you actually get to watch me do a water change, sort of. All right, so I always do at least 75 on the big tank. And thank God whoever invented pythons. Love them. When we first had this tank, did it with buckets, and oh dear God, it hurt the back. So there's the goldfish. If anybody who lives near Saugeen Shores, Ontario has a fairly cheap 90 or 125 gallon, don't need the sand or anything, got all that stuff, I am definitely interested. I will take it off your hands in 2 seconds, as long as it's not like 500 bucks. Because we don't need the filter or anything, got that. So anyway, they're getting their tank filled. Look how bushy that's getting. You can see all the valves is starting to take over. I don't mind. So those are my big guys and gals, I should say. Hello, yes, I see you. Yeah, you need your own tank soon. You and the fantails, they're getting there. And yes, we knew when we got them, they would need their own tank eventually. We did know that. They've been actually growing very, very slowly. I've had them almost a year. I think it's like a year in August. And that's as big as they are right now. The 3 normal. So we've got 1 comet-ish and the other 2 normals, commons, and then of course the fantails. The fantails have grown faster than the commons. And that's Bruce, Anchor, and Chum, little darlings. But we did know that eventually they would have to have a bigger tank. And then eventually, when they outgrow the 125, we will find somebody that has a pond. And they can have a huge home, because we have dogs and that in the neighborhood. I do not want to put a pond. I mean, we have 2 dogs ourselves, and they love water. So, not a good idea. All right, and these guys are waiting for their water. Decided to do a 50% today. They're not happy with me. But can you see that? That's gonna look nice. There we go. See my little oxalotls? They're getting big. I have to get them bigger pots. Here we go. Pumpkin Eaton's doing nice. I think I'm saying that right. And the leaves of Amazon sword are getting roots. Looks pretty good. Haven't checked that sword, but it looks good. And of course, the puffers are now in the 20 gallon. If you remember, all the shrimp were in here. I've noticed that we're down to like, I don't know, 7 or 8 shrimp. Yeah. So I took them all out. Puffers are in there. They're hunting bloodworms. Threw some in the other day. And water fleas. Hi guys. The other ones are around. They're hiding. Sort of. Probably off hunting. Funny thing is, for 2 days, I thought I had got all the shrimp. Now I had put some bloodworms in here. And then I turned on the tank lights a couple days ago. And who's walking across the gravel? But a red cherry shrimp. I'm looking everywhere for my net. I couldn't remember where I put it from when I moved all the shrimp. And here's this shrimp just walking across with 4 puffers just looking at it. And they checked it out, but they did not touch it. They didn't. They were checking it out, but didn't touch it. They left him or her, pretty sure him, alone for 2 days. Either way, I did scoop him out and put him in with the other shrimp. This is looking nice. And I did throw some dwarf sage in there. So this is where the puffers were originally. I think the plants have just all melted. I did a huge water change, mixed up the sand a bit, threw some more root tabs in there, more fertilizer, did another big water change today. Hopefully they come back. If they've melted. Oh well, there's a couple of live in there. Oh, and some of the bloodworms from when the puffers used to be in there. And the 65 gallon just filled up their tank, so everything's still kind of floating around. in love with fork tails. They've been awesome. Hi guys. They're hard to focus on. And then, again, snail eggs galore. And again, I don't care. They are everywhere. But again, I'm breeding the snails for the puffers, so I really don't mind. They can breed as much as they want. I'll spread them out with all the tanks if I have to. And there's one of the little monsters there. Guessing pond snails. I don't know, I got a whole bag of them for like $2 from the closest pet store to us, which is a couple hours away. Oh. And I see a blue. There's a blue velvet. So the shrimp are doing really well. I decided to move them into this tank because there's a few more hiding spots and nice sand, and they could do a big cleanup crew. Threw some more rocks in here. Eventually gonna get more for the rock pile. And of course I moved the swasser tang over. And then they have the hornwort knot too. And the glow lights have been interested, but they haven't actually attacked. All the shrimp I put in here the other day, including my last surviving green jade, is still in here. So thankfully, see what's going on. If they do well in here, I might just keep them in here and maybe get some more eventually. And Mr. Krabby is in here. I have noticed he likes to burrow into the sand, and he kind of just shows up whenever, so he probably won't show up right now. I think he's right about there, but I'm not entirely sure. And the Bacopa's doing well. I see a little bit of melt, but it's not doing that bad. All right, so water change Wednesday. The big tank's almost done, so I should probably turn around so I don't pull a Lucas. Anyway, have a good night.